Today we're taking an in-depth look at the Eve Motion, a smart motion sensor designed for modern homes. Now, before we dive in, it's important to mention that we've gathered user reviews from across the internet to provide a comprehensive and unbiased overview. This review is a compilation of what users are saying about the Eve Motion, both the good and the bad. The Eve Motion sensor is marketed as a Matter-enabled device that can seamlessly integrate with various smart home platforms, including Apple Home, Samsung SmartThings, and Amazon Alexa. It boasts a 120-degree field of view, a detection range of up to 9 meters, IPX3 water resistance for indoor and outdoor use, and wireless battery operation. The sensor also includes a light sensor, enabling automations based on ambient brightness. One of the key selling points of the Eve Motion is its commitment to privacy. According to the manufacturer, it operates without an Eve Cloud registration or tracking, relying on local communication without cloud dependency. The sensor requires either iOS or iPadOS 16.4 or later, or Android 8.1 or later, along with a compatible hub from your chosen platform, such as an Apple TV 4K, HomePod, Samsung SmartThings Hub, or Amazon Echo device. Let's start by examining the features and specifications. The Eve Motion is a small, white sensor with dimensions of approximately 1.34 inches in depth, 2.56 inches in width, and 2.56 inches in height. It weighs just 2.29 ounces. It's powered by 2 included AAA batteries. The sensor's technical details indicate a temperature range of 0 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit and a power consumption of 1.65 watt-hours. It's designed for both indoor and outdoor use, with a focus on smart home automations and security. Now, what are users saying about their experiences with the Eve Motion? Setup and compatibility. Several users have reported a generally straightforward setup process, particularly when used with Google Home. One user described creating a routine where motion detection triggers lights, speaker volume adjustments, and even a dog barking audio file to deter potential intruders. They found the setup within the Google Home app to be simple. However, it's crucial to note that some users encountered initial difficulties due to not connecting to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network during setup, so that is something to be aware of. Once they switched to the correct network, the setup process became seamless. Other users have praised the sensor's stability and reliability within the Apple HomeKit ecosystem, noting that it rarely shows as not responding. The inclusion of a Lux sensor for light-based automations has also been well received. Motion detection performance. The motion detection capabilities of the Eve Motion seem to be a mixed bag, according to user feedback. Some users found the detection range to be too sensitive, triggering unwanted alerts from cars passing by on the street. They had to adjust the sensor's positioning to avoid these false alarms. On the other hand, some users reported that the sensor doesn't continuously detect presence, making it unsuitable for applications where you want lights to stay on, as long as someone is in the room. One user described a scenario where the lights would turn off after a set period, even if they were still present but not actively moving, leading to an annoying on-off cycle. This suggests that the Eve Motion is best suited for triggering actions based on initial motion detection rather than continuous occupancy monitoring. Smart home integration. The Eve Motion's Matter. Compatibility is a major selling point, promising seamless integration with various smart home platforms. However, user experiences vary. Some users have successfully integrated the sensor with Apple HomeKit, Google Home, and other platforms, creating custom automations to control lights, appliances, and security systems. On the other hand, some users have encountered connectivity issues, particularly after changing their Wi-Fi network settings. One user reported that the sensor failed to reconnect after a Wi-Fi change, even after multiple attempts and resets. This suggests that the Eve Motion's connectivity can be somewhat fragile. Light sensor functionality. One user specifically sought out the Eve Motion for its ambient light sensor, as they needed to control lights and shades based on brightness levels. They didn't even use the motion sensing capabilities. They were pleased with the sensor's performance as a light sensor and its ability to operate independently of constant internet access when used with Apple HomeKit. This highlights the Eve Motion's versatility as both a motion and light sensor. Privacy and security. The Eve Motion's emphasis on privacy and local control is a major draw for some users. They appreciate that the sensor doesn't rely on a cloud service, minimizing the risk of data collection and privacy breaches. The ability to operate the sensor and its associated automations even when the internet is down is also a significant advantage for users who prioritize reliability and security. Battery life. Several users have commented on the battery life of the Eve Motion. One user reported that the AAA alkaline batteries lasted over 1.5 years, which they considered acceptable. They also mentioned the possibility of trying lithium batteries for even longer battery life. This suggests that the Eve Motion offers reasonable battery performance, but it's important to note that battery life can vary depending on usage patterns and environmental factors. Lutron PD Sense comparison. One user compared the Eve Motion to the Lutron PD Sense motion detector, noting several advantages of the Eve Motion. They pointed out that the Lutron PD Sense doesn't appear in HomeKit, requiring automations to be created within the Lutron app. They also mentioned limitations with the Lutron sensor's occupancy and vacancy settings. In contrast, the Eve Motion offers more flexibility and is generally cheaper. Potential drawbacks. Despite its positive attributes, the Eve Motion does have some potential drawbacks based on user feedback. These include limited continuous presence detection. As mentioned earlier, the sensor is not ideal for applications where you need continuous presence detection to keep lights or other devices active. Connectivity issues. Some users have experienced difficulties connecting or reconnecting the sensor to their Wi-Fi network, particularly after changing network settings. Sensitivity to Wi-Fi interference. The 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi requirement can be a limitation in areas with heavy Wi-Fi congestion. Hub requirement. The Eve Motion requires a compatible hub, which can be an additional expense for users who don't already have one. In summary, the Eve Motion is a versatile, smart motion sensor with a range of features and capabilities. It offers Matter compatibility, a built-in light sensor, and a strong emphasis on privacy. It's generally easy to set up and integrate with various smart home platforms, although some users have experienced connectivity issues. The sensor's motion detection performance is best suited for triggering actions based on initial motion rather than continuous presence. User experiences with the Eve Motion have been generally positive, with many praising its reliability, stability, and ease of use. However, it's important to be aware of the potential drawbacks, such as limited continuous presence detection and potential connectivity issues. The Eve Motion shines when used for basic motion-activated tasks, like turning on lights when you enter a room or triggering security alerts when motion is detected outside your home. Its light sensor adds another layer of automation possibilities, allowing you to control lights and shades based on ambient brightness. However, if you need a sensor that can continuously detect presence and keep devices active as long as someone is in the room, you may want to consider alternative options, such as a presence sensor. Overall, the Eve Motion is a solid choice for users who are looking for a reliable and versatile smart motion sensor with a focus on privacy and Matter compatibility. Just be sure to carefully consider its limitations and ensure that it meets your specific needs and requirements. Remember to use the link in the description to support our channel and make a purchase. To reiterate some of the positive points, users appreciate that the Eve Motion doesn't rely on a cloud service, minimizing the risk of data collection and privacy breaches. The ability to operate the sensor and its associated automations even when the internet is down is also a significant advantage for users who prioritize reliability and security, especially for critical functions such as heating and lighting. Compared to alternatives like the Lutron PD Sense motion detector, the Eve Motion offers more flexibility and is generally cheaper. Some of the most common applications of the Eve Motion include automatic lighting control, turning on lights when someone enters a room and turning them off when they leave. Security alerts, triggering notifications or alarms when motion is detected in a specific area. Climate control, adjusting the thermostat based on occupancy. Energy saving, turning off appliances when no one is present. The Eve Motion can be used in a variety of settings, including homes, offices, and retail spaces. It's particularly well-suited for automating tasks that would otherwise require manual intervention, such as turning on lights or adjusting the thermostat. If you're looking to enhance your smart home with a reliable and versatile motion sensor, the Eve Motion is definitely worth considering. Its Matter compatibility, built-in light sensor, and emphasis on privacy make it a compelling choice for users who want a secure and customizable smart home experience. However, be sure to carefully evaluate its limitations and ensure that it meets your specific needs before making a purchase. Also, remember to ensure that your network is running on a 2.4 GHz bandwidth.